Hello, 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 hello. So I'm Whitney Nicely, and you're in the She Buys It group, or you're watching this on the replay, and you need to join the She Buys It group. Go to whitneynicely.com/group or go to shebuysit.com/group. So the plan is on Mondays around noonish Eastern time, I put up a post that says, "What kind of questions do you have?" And then sometime on Tuesday, I pop into the group, go live, and I answer all your questions. So that's what we're going to do today. We have 3 questions, and they are fantastic questions. So let's dig right in. All right, Lorena says, when you first get started, how do you organize your follow-ups? I started with keeping them all in a folder on paper, but now more and more are added, and I'm starting to feel unorganized. So I don't think I have them right now, but I have folders. I have boxes of dead lead sheets. And then I have boxes of folders that I started and closed those deals. So there's lots of CRMs, there's lots of Excel spreadsheets, there's lots of ways to organize yourself. There's apps, there's lots of things. But even though I'm a millennial, just barely, according to my husband, but I am still a millennial. Even though I should be very techie, I am not. All right. If you looked at my desk right now, you would see that I am not very techie. I like a pen and paper. I like seeing my handwriting filling in the questions on the seller lead sheet. I like to see my handwriting on a yellow pad of paper. I like to see it in my handwriting, and I'm just not very techie. Therefore, I am a organized mess. I used to keep the seller lead sheets that I would call on by month, and then I would keep them by quarters. I would keep them in stacks that said hell no, some stacks that were kind of warm. But most importantly, my follow-up game is pretty pathetic. And I'm okay telling you that. Because, and this is what I teach and preach, and this is what I just finished doing a video in First Deal Done Fast about. When you get started and you're sending yellow letters and you're putting up bandit signs and you feel like your phone is ringing off the wall, which doesn't even make sense anymore, but you know what I mean. There's going to be some people that really, really need you. And you can hear it in their voice. I did a podcast interview with Jennifer Hillegas for She Buys It podcast that we're releasing on Fridays every week. Y'all need to go subscribe to the She Buys It podcast. And Jennifer said that she got a call. Lady wanted to sell her house for $10,000. Want to know how fast Jennifer could meet her at the house, and Jennifer was there in 20 minutes. The lady signed the contract and left and gave Jennifer a key. Jennifer made one phone call to a friend of hers that does investing, and he came over and looked at the house, offered her $22,000 for the house. This is not even an hour after Jennifer got that first phone call. She went and saw the house. She put an offer in. She got it under contract. She got the seller's signature. She got a key. The seller left. Jennifer made another phone call. An investor friend of hers came over. He made Jennifer an offer. She accepted it. They signed that contract and set up a closing. Jennifer's going to make $12,000 for not even an hour's worth of work. $12,000 for an hour. Now, some people would say, well, it takes me an hour to fill out my seller lead sheet, and it takes me an hour to enter all this seller's information into the CRM, and it might take me an hour to crunch all my numbers and get back to her, and I can't go meet a seller in 20 minutes whenever they call. Okay, that's fine. Jennifer's been working this honey hole. She's been working this system since 1997. She told me that on the podcast. She's been doing deals, and basically 1 hour deals is what she calls them. 1 hour deals, and making $10, $12, $15, $20,000. She's been doing this for 22 years, y'all. So if you're not at a place where you can make or where you can answer one phone call, buy a house, and then make a phone call and sell a house within an hour, that's okay. You'll get there. But it might take you a year, it might take you 5 years to get there, it might take you 10 years to get there, it might take you a month. All right? But what I want to say, the point of this story, whatever way you get organized is the best for you. Jennifer probably didn't even fill out a seller lead sheet on that house because she does so many of these deals. She probably does that deal exactly like that once or twice a month. All right. And she's in First Deal Done Fast. And she said on the podcast that she was so grateful that she found me because she had gone through so much real estate stuff and so much mortgage stuff and so much so much life stuff that she forgot how to do 1-hour deals. Until she found me again and she got in First Deal Done Fast and cleared out the cobwebs, cleared out the crapola in her head, and then boom, she's back to doing 1-hour deals again like she used to do in the 90s. You can do this, ladies. Everything that I teach in First Deal Done Fast, people have been doing this for decades. You can do this too. Sellers have been agreeing to do this stuff for decades. All right, whether it's wholesaling, whether it's lease options, whether it's assignments, whether it's owner financing, whatever it is, you can do this. And don't worry so much about how you're organized. If apps work for you, then do it to it, baby. If following up and making phone calls every single week to people that said, no way, don't call me again, lose my number and jump off a bridge, if that makes you happy, then do it. It just doesn't make me happy. I learned that I wanted to talk to sellers like Jennifer talked to. I wanted to talk to people that didn't care what my offers were or how low they were, just wanted me to come take this problem away. I wanted to talk to people that wanted me to show up in 20 minutes and they were ready to sign my contract as soon as I got there because, like Jennifer said, she's their hero. Find people that are looking for a problem to be solved. You will stay as organized as you need to be. But my follow-up game is terrible because I kind of put my attitude out there that says, I'm not chasing you. I'm not chasing the clear to close. I'm not playing in the rat race. I'm just not interested in it. I'm here. I solve problems. If you want me to solve your problem, here's my 3 offers. Pick one. But I'm not going to call you. I'm not going to circle back with you. I'm not going to keep bombarding you with letters. I'm going to go find somebody who wants me now. I don't play games with my husband. I don't play games with sellers. I don't have time for it. I know my husband wants me. Sellers who want me know how to find me. Buyers that want my house will hunt me down to give me money and sign my contracts. I ain't chasing nobody. And I set that up in my head so that if my follow-up game is bad, it's because they don't want me. I'm only dealing with people who want me. And that's what I want for you too. I'm sure there's great ways of organizing stuff. Next year at Private Money Profits, we're going to talk about April Crosley's system and how she stays organized because I keep paper, I keep the seller lead sheet, and maybe if I sort of kind of get bored in a month or two, I might circle back with people, but I'm always focused on who's going to call and who wants me today. That's who I'm working with. That's who I'm paying attention to. And it's really easy for me to follow up with them because they keep calling me. Or they sign my paperwork and I don't need them anymore until I call them and tell them where to show up and get their check. Those are the kind of people that you need. Those are the kind of sellers that you need. Those are the people that you can really work with, and your follow-up game can suck because you already got 18,000 other different things to do. Following up with sellers who don't want you? Pass. Hard pass. Ain't doing it. Nope, not a chance. You don't want me? That's fine. I don't want you either. Call me when you're ready. Hey, I just got a message that the house flip that I'm doing in Memphis on my private money lend, it got a new roof, and today is demo day. I really like writing a check and then getting picture updates when things happen to my house and I don't have to deal with it. Fantastic! Sorry, side note, that just happened though. Lorena, I hope that makes sense. And if you feel unorganized, I'm probably not the person to ask about organization because I want you to be so bombarded with motivated sellers that people who are unmotivated, you could just trash their lead and never worry about it. Because if you're sending out 1,000 yellow letters over 6, 8, 9, 10 weeks, you should get 10 or 12 houses under contract. And in those 6, 8, 9, 10 weeks, those 10 or 12 houses should close. At least 3 or 4 of those houses should close in the next 6, 8, 10 weeks. And if 3 or 4 close and you make $10,000 or $15,000 per deal, you're looking at $30,000 to $60,000 from people who had problems and you were able to solve their problem. That's the key. That's the magic, guys. All right. Not following up with people who might sort of kind of be interested in a year. I've had leads where I sent out yellow letters and I didn't hear from the people for a year or a year and a half, but they still had my yellow letter and they called me when they were ready. Sure, I could have mailed to them every month for 16 months, but they still won't call until they're ready. Focus on the people who want you. Focus on the people who need you. And let your competition chase their tail, following up with everybody else. Okay? Okay, Andrea, who I met last week, and it is Andrea, not Andrea. Andrea says, when looking for your first lease option or lease purchase deal, where do you find sellers open to that and how do you reach them? I did a podcast today with Julie Thacker, and she and I talked about accidental landlords. So let's say that you buy a house after college and you live in that house for 9 years, like Julie did, and you love it and it's amazing, but then you meet a man, you fall in love, you get married, and you just don't want your bachelorette pad to be like your married house. So the two of you buy a house. That happens all the time. All right. That happens in divorce cases. That happens in inherited properties. That happens to accidental landlords. And I'll tell you, I call them accidental because I go out to buy houses to rent. I buy houses because they're like hookers. They're there to make money. I just see inventory. I see sticks and bricks strategically placed together. I don't see a home when I look at houses. I see inventory. I see opportunities to make money. I am a lady landlord on purpose. But my friend Julie became an accidental landlord because she bought her house, she fell in love, she got married, they moved into their married house, their dream home. But Julie's a stepmom. So when Drew came into the marriage, he had an old house, Julie had an old house. They didn't want to live in their house from their previous life. They wanted to have their own house, but now they had these 2 empty houses. This happens all the time. Every single day this happens. So what did they decide to do? They decided to rent both of their old houses. And that's how you become an accidental landlord. You thought, well, I could just rent it. It'll make my payment. I'll have a little extra cash coming in every month. Well, let's just rent it. You got a house. We could probably rent it, have some extra money coming in. Somebody will make our mortgage payment on it. Let's do it. All right. That's an accidental landlord. And accidental landlords, pretty quickly, become tired landlords. Because when I buy a house, and I buy it on purpose, I live in my mom's rental house right now. I don't even have my own primary house. I got 13 houses, and I rent a house from my mom. She says I'm buying my inheritance every month when I pay rent, but it's fine. I got to be somewhere. So when I buy a house, I'm going in on purpose to buy this house to rent it out. Most people go to a house and plan on living there for some amount of time, and then they move on, but they don't sell it. They just start renting it. That's how my mom became a landlord. She bought a house from her brother. She took over payments on it. She did creative financing on her very first deal in 1979. I didn't invent this stuff. I just followed the leader. And I don't assume mortgages anymore. My mom did an assumption on her brother's property back in the 70s. Okay, we're in a totally different ballgame now. But it's still the very same similar situation. So I am on purpose trying to find a house that I want to rent. I am a purposeful lady landlord. My friend Julie, even my mom, they moved into the house and then accidentally became a landlord because they didn't want to sell it, because they know you can only sell it once, but you can rent it every single month for the rest of your life, your kids' lives, your dogs' lives, your grandkids' lives. Stop selling these properties, y'all. Rent it. Okay? So accidental landlords are not trained like a purposeful landlord, and they get tired of tenants and toilets. They get tired of late fees. They get tired of going and fixing it. They don't have the systems in place to handle what it takes to be a landlord. So when you can find accidental landlords, when you can get your phone ringing, when you can send out yellow letters, when you can get rid of real estate agents, and I'm the broker for Whitney Buys Houses, but I don't deal like regular real estate agents. I work for myself as an investor, not chasing the clear to close and never looking at anything on the MLS because there's no deals there. All right. Those have already been picked apart. You got to get off market deals. When we're talking about houses, we're talking about duplexes, triplexes, 20 units. Get the stuff on the MLS. Try to get it off market if you can, but it's cool. That's why I still have a license, so we can do big commercial deals and still do the off market deals. But anyway, when you get in a rhythm and when you get in First Deal Done Fast, I teach you how to put this stuff into a system. I'm not completely the most organized person, but down and dirty gets it done. And I'm willing to get down and dirty to get that $15,000 check. Are you? Jennifer is. Jennifer has had lots of deals where she had to get down and dirty and get it done. She had to hunt down clear deeds. She had to hunt down private money lenders. She got it done. And you can get it done too. So when accidental landlords make the transition to being a tired landlord, they sell their property. And they will sell their property via lease option, lease purchase. They'll list it, they'll owner finance it. They will do whatever it takes to whoever gets there first and makes them a pretty sweet offer and offers them some paperwork and some money every single month. So if you want to do lease options, if you want to do a lease purchase, if you want to do owner financing, start looking for accidental landlords who are about to become tired landlords, or just go ahead and straight up find tired landlords. Those people are perfect candidates for lease options, owner financing, creative financing. They're so ready. And that is the magic that we cover and uncover in First Deal Done Fast. Yeah! This is the part where I'm going to plug First Deal Done Fast is closing tomorrow. If you're watching this replay, sorry, Charlie, but send me a message or check out the shebuysit.com site, and we'll let you know either when we're reopening First Deal Done Fast or if we've got something else to offer you to help you get your first deal done fast. But if you're watching this live or if you're watching this before the end of July, 10 p.m. on July 31st, we are closing First Deal Done Fast. get signed up. Don't forget to add the Facebook group because this Facebook group is amazing. But there's 200 lady landlords already in First Deal Done Fast, and they're in the First Deal Done Fast group on Facebook. So get First Deal Done Fast, do it yourself, or go to firstdealdonefast.com, get First Deal Done Fast, do it yourself, but then hit that yellow box, that yellow check mark, and say, add me to the Facebook group. So that way you get 2 speed coaching calls, you get 200 new BFFs to encourage you, you get live Q&A, you get the Deal Makers Club, which we do the first Tuesday of every month. All the goodies are in the Facebook group. Not all the goodies, but all the up-to-date, updating goodies are in the group. But go to firstdealdonefast.com, get signed up before tomorrow at 10. Okay? Alrighty, and our last question for today is, what's the best way to get a Fizbo to take your $5,000 and offer them monthly payments? Stone, I think this kind of goes along with Andrea's question. You need to find accidental landlords and tired landlords. And why are you offering $5,000? Don't offer people $5,000. No. If you're buying a house, like when I'm selling a house, I require at least $5,000 down as a non-refundable option fee. And that's on my cheap outhouse house. All right. That's like the worst house I have. I'll take $5,000. I'm not offering sellers $5,000. I'll give them $10. Jennifer told me she offers them $0. Leslie Bradley offers them $1 and then doesn't even give it to them. She gets these deals done. Don't give Fizbos $5,000. No. Also, I don't convince anybody of anything. I had a YouTube video come out yesterday on how to convince a seller to do owner financing. First rule, I don't convince anybody to do anything. I present offers. I give opportunities. I am here if you need me. Take it or leave it. But I'm moving on. Present your offers that way, Stone. I think it'll help a lot. All right. And Stone, get in First Deal Done Fast. It's way cheaper than $5,000, and you can keep that $5,000 in your pocket and get the monthly payment situated. Stone, get in First Deal Done Fast. It's all on firstdealdonefast.com. We're not convincing anybody of anything. We're helping sellers who want to be helped. All right. All right, fantastic. And if you're interested, we are selling tickets to She Buys It Live, Knoxville, November 6th through the 9th. You can go to www.shebuysitlive.com to get signed up. All right, I'm going to my daddy's birthday dinner. Mwah. I love you all very much. Keep going, get those deals done. I will brag on First Deal Done Fast because last Thursday, we had 3 people get contracts signed to make, I think they were making $40,000. I'm pretty sure everybody's deal was worth over $10,000, and we had 3 of them. So we were 40 to 50 grand that we were collectively making just on what happened last week in First Deal Done Fast. Get in, come on, we're waiting on you. Don't forget to bump up at checkout and get the group so that you can be first to know all the details. I'll be back next week. Bye, y'all.